very proud to bring you Bad Blood for the Commonwealth and WBC Silver Super Lightweight Crown. It will be at the BRAEHEAD Arena. It will be Saturday the 8th of July and it will be live on Channel 5, sponsored by Maxi Nutrition, Ladbrokes and Falterall. Right, this is the opening press conference, so welcome everybody ahead of Taylor versus Davis, our big show at BRAEHEAD Arena. Now, all too often boxing fans complain that upcoming fighters don't get to meet each other until they are way ahead in their careers and the fights are mandated by the governing bodies. Now, this obviously is not happening with this one. Boxers themselves are rarely blamed. Most fighters will tell you they'll fight anybody that's put in front of them. Managers and promoters take the flak for protecting the boxer's undefeated record, taking different routes to titles and so on, but not this time. The two fighters on the table have been baiting each other on social media for some time now. Each saying they want the fight, each saying the other doesn't. Well, the fight is here. Both teams have reached an agreement. Cycling Promotions will be giving the fans and the boxers what they want. A big summer showdown between two of the UK's biggest undefeated rising stars here in Glasgow, the BRAEHEAD Arena. BRAEHEAD Arena, the scene of some of Scott Harrison and Scottish boxing's biggest nights. It's on Saturday, 8th of July, broadcast live on terrestrial television by Channel 5. North versus South, Scotland versus England, champion versus champion, undefeated versus undefeated, Taylor versus Davis, Bad Blood. 24 combined wins, 20 combined knockouts, no defeats, somebody's O has got to go. The tickets, all important tickets for Bad Blood, Taylor versus Davis at the BRAEHEAD Arena are on sale now, priced £40, £60, £80, and VIP in a ringside at £150 plus booking fees. All available from BRAEHEAD Arena, that is www.braehead-arena.co.uk, or call 0844 499 1700. In attendance, we have the chairman of Cyclone Promotions, world champion Barry McGuigan, we have Josh's trainer Shane McGuigan, we have Josh Taylor, we have Matchroom's head of boxing Frank Smith, we have Ohara's agent Charlie Sims, and we have Ohara Davis. So let's have the thoughts on this exciting matchup from Hall of Fame world champion Mr. Barry McGuigan.
Thanks very much. Just to reiterate what you said, I think these two young fighters are not just the best, one of the best fighters in Britain, nor in Europe. I think we've got two of the best super lightweights in the world in the room here today, and in the ring on July the 8th. We've got a guy who's a heavy-handed puncher, 12 knockouts and 15 wins. Josh Taylor has a 95% knockout record in his record as well. So we've got, it's all on the line. These two guys are very, very talented. It's happening at an embryonic stage in both of their careers, very much reminiscent of the Ken Buchanan and Jim Watt fight all those years ago in the St Andrews Sporting Club. So this is a great, great fight, and I believe that the public are going to benefit more than anybody else. So we want you all to be there. We want you all to come along and watch and support these guys. It's on Channel 5, Spike to begin with, and then on Channel 5, free-to-air television. And we will have all the local guys, the local ticket sellers on the undercard. So it's going to be a great night of boxing, but the main event is going to be spectacular. And I know who my money is on. Thanks very much.
Thank you, Barry. We'll turn to the head of Matchroom. Well, guys, if you want to give Barry a round of applause, please. We will turn to the head of Matchroom Boxing, Mr. Frank Smith. Now, Frank, all too often promoters keep the prospects apart. It's great to see a Matchroom fighter boxing on a cycling promotion. What's your take on the fight?
Yeah, thanks very much. Great to be working with Cyclone Promotions again. We've obviously worked in the past on some huge fights. Frampton Quick back in Manchester last year. I think Barry said everything. It's a great fight, one that's come very early in both of their careers. great place for boxing. Obviously, we've done a lot with Ricky Burns over the years. Something Ohara's seen when he came over here. It's going to be a great crowd, and we're very excited and look forward to the 8th of July.
Yeah, will do. Thanks, Frank. Shane McGuigan, World Championship trainer. Not only come from Frampton, you've had a great weekend. You've had Chantel Cameron making her debut in Swansea, and you've had one of your other challenges, George Groves, becoming WBA super middleweight champion of the world. I think that in itself deserves a little round of applause. Ladies and gentlemen. So, Shane, you are a man in demand. What can we expect from Josh Taylor, 8th of July?
Just to reiterate what everyone else said, I think this is a fantastic fight. It's very, very brave of both boxers to step up to the plate and box each other at this stage of his career. You know, Josh he's hungry to become a world champion quickly. You know, he did a lot of his learning in the amateurs. He's excelled very, very quickly in the professional ranks. He's blowing guys away at a certain level, and I feel like stepping up now to the level that Ohara Davis is on. I think the two of them their styles are going to clash really, really well. But I just see the pedigree, the experience lies with Josh Taylor, and this fight is going to be one on skill, and he's going to break him down. And I wouldn't be surprised if he can knock him out later on in the fight. And I really feel like everyone who gets a chance to watch it live, and the people that are going to watch it free to air on TV is pretty lucky, because it's going to be an exceptional fight, and I feel like he's going on to superstardom, and Ohara Davies, he ain't. So get behind Josh Taylor.
Well, thanks, Shane. We'll move to the far right of the table, and we have Ohara's agent, Charlie Sims. Charlie, big fight, both boxers putting their all and putting their titles on the line, and Ohara coming into the Lions Den here in Scotland as the away fighter. What are your thoughts on the contest?
It's a great fight. It was funny when Matchroom obviously came to us and they said, would you look at taking the Josh Taylor fight? Ohara immediately said yes. He's great to work with. It's a bit of a Jerry Maguire moment, because he just said yes and showed me the money. And you know, we've managed to get the fight on. So it's an interesting fight, because I didn't see it coming this early. I thought it was a fight. Well, just to reiterate what Barry said, I think they're both world-class fighters. I thought this maybe will be a fight we'll see further down the line, but two great fighters have met now, and it's in Glasgow. Well, yeah, it's up in Glasgow. Ohara's comfortable up here. He's stablemate Ricky Burns. He's been up here to watch him fight a few times, so yeah, we're looking forward to the fight. Ohara's very confident. I think it'll be a KO. I don't see the fight going 12 rounds, in my opinion. And we're confident that Ohara will get the win.
Well, thank you, Charlie. We're going to turn to Josh Taylor now. 9-0, 8 inside the distance. The reigning Commonwealth super lightweight champion, putting his title on the line. Stellar amateur career. Olympian, Commonwealth Games gold medalist. Now, Josh, you did an interview with IFL TV early December. You said that Ohara had been calling you out since you beat Dave Ryan.
Yeah.
We know Ohara had been critical of Dave Ryan for some time. In the interview, you said Ohara was a little bit simple, that Andrea Scarpa didn't perform well when Ohara took Scarpa's WBC silver belt, and then Ohara appears to have a problem with you and Shane.
Yeah.
So you said you'd be happy to take the fight, and I'm quoting here, an easy fight, Ohara is too slow, too wild, leaves his chin in the air, and we're here now. Has your opinion changed any?
Well, you took all the words in my mouth, so what can I say? My opinion hasn't changed. I think he's far too slow. Leaves his chin in the air, and it's going to get taken out. I can't wait. He's been calling me out for a number of times, calling me this and calling me that. But you know, like you said, all the experiences with me, all the competitors with me, the guy's done nothing in boxing, so it's just going to be a relatively straightforward fight for me. I believe I'm going to outbox him, and then I'm going to take you out.
Well, I'm sure we might hear a little bit more from you a little bit later on. We turn to Ohara Davis. Ohara, welcome to Glasgow. 15-0, 12 inside the distance, the reigning WBC silver super lightweight champion. You only had 18 contests as an amateur, so in itself, taking this WBC silver is a magnificent achievement.
Yeah.
You have said, and I don't want to put words into your mouth, but I spent all day writing this stuff, so I'm going to say something. You said, I am the most talked about super lightweight around. Boxing needs guys like me. And you said loads of things about Josh Taylor, but I'll let you.
It's good to be here. It's good to be fighting in Glasgow. We've got Ricky Burns here, who is the #1 super lightweight in the UK. And I feel like me and Josh Taylor we are quite behind Ricky Burns. And the winner of this fight will take the second place slot behind Ricky Burns. And you know, even though I've said a lot about him on social media, I've said he's a bum, I've said this and I've said that, I know that he's not a bum. If he was a bum, then we wouldn't be fighting main event on this big show. So you know, I've seen his fights. He's a good fighter, but that's what I'm in the game for. I'm not in this game to fight people that can't fight. I want to take the best fights because I've got a fighter's heart and I've got a fighter's mindset. And they say that Taylor's the man out there, so I said that's who I want to fight. I disrespected him because I've got a fighting mindset and I believe I can beat anyone. So, you know, I said, if you think he's the best, put me in with him and I prove that I can beat him. And that's what I believe I'm going to do. I believe that on July the 8th, it's going to be a good show. He's got a good coach, he's got a good team. He's got a good coach and a good team. Same way I've got a good coach and I've got an even better team. So I believe that this is going to be my hardest fight yet, but I'm in the best shape that I've ever been in, and I'm training like this is my last fight. And on July the 8th, it's going to be a good show. I can't wait to get it on.
You're getting knocked out, son.
I'm not finished yet. Before my David Matthews fight,
Derek Matthews is an old man. He had his pension. He's a blown up featherweight.
before my
He didn't really welterweight. Fully fledged like welterweight.
before my David Matthews
I
fight,
prefer about 5 punches the whole fight. You couldn't get him out there. It'd be shit.
before my David Matthews fight, he had all of his fans from his area saying that Ohara Davis is going to get knocked out, I'm too arrogant, I'm too cocky. David Matthews, he's only 33 years old. He's not that old. David Matthews is 33 years old. So, you know, he's not washed up. I'm 33 years old. People still have their boxing careers intact. Ricky Burns is older than David Matthews, and he's a world champion, and he became a world champion again, even though he's older than David Matthews. So we can't use David Matthews' age to say anything about him. Taylor believed that David Matthews would beat me. Everyone believed that he would beat me. When he went into the fight, I made him look like an amateur. And you know, I work hard, and for this fight, I haven't been talking as much as I have in my last fight. On social media, I haven't been as active on social media. I go with the flow. Every day I wake up, I feel differently. And for this camp, I feel like I've been on the big stage and I've spoken enough. I don't feel like I need to do it anymore. I've sold myself. Everyone knows about me now.
You're still getting knocked out, son.
Everyone knows about me now, and you know, we've got people saying that I'm still going to get knocked out, but that's the same thing that they said in my last fight. So I feel like what I'm doing now is the same thing that I've done 15 times. And the reason why I'm not talking that much is because, you know, it's like I'm going to work every single day.
Told to shut up.
On your first day, you're quite excited about it. After you do it over and over again, it becomes quite normal. So I believe that on this fight, I'm going to go in there, I'm going to do the business, something not new to me, I've already done it before. And you know, there is no bad blood, even though the show is called Bad Blood, there is no bad blood. Josh Taylor's a good fighter, and I don't hate him, I don't hate his team, but at the end of the day, it's just business, and I've got to do what I've got to do.
Well, nice words there from Ohara, which is not what we expected because Twitter has been red hot over the past couple of months. I don't know, Josh, if you want to respond to it. You want me to read you a couple of stuff that I got from Twitter? We've got a nice little photograph of Ohara standing over Derry Matthews, who's on the ground, and the camera's like behind Derry. And Ohara's put, this is a position you don't want to see me from. Be careful what you ask for. I have my motivation back. We have 7 weeks. Can you remember what your reply was?
No, you need to tell me.
You reply, only person going to be in that position is you. Believe me, you're too slow boy. Have all the motivation you want. It just ain't enough. So you've all been beating each other on Twitter, but you're a bit respectful to each other at the table here. These guys have come to see you fighting each other.
I'm very respectful.
Don't be.
Even after this, on social media, I'm going to go back on social media, and if I feel like I want to talk a bit of trash, I will. But at the end of the day, I can't deny that he's a good fighter. He can't go and say that I'm not a good fighter, because we both know that we're both good. But we both got a fighter's mindset, and a fighter always believes that they're going to win the fight. So I believe that I'm going to win this fight. He isn't a bum, he knows how to fight, he's a good fighter, but on fight night, I believe that I'm going to come out on top. So that's why I will still go out on social media, and I will still say what the hell I want to say. But at the end of the day, you know, it's just business. We've got to, sell fights. We've got to sell fights. And
You're not selling it.
Pardon?
You're not selling it, Ohara.
Yeah, I'm not selling it, but I don't need to. The fight's already sold itself.
Give us a prediction then. Give us a prediction. Points, rounds.
Prediction, I don't know, it depends. It all depends. When I go in there, like I did in my last fight, I work him out. It won't take me long to work him out. I might work him out in the first round, and we'll just go from there. So there's no prediction really.
You know what made in the first round, Tim? You know about the brains. You know the brains, man. They've got brains that find the way.
I like it.
Too thick to outbox me. Too thick. Too thick to outbox me and outbox me out.
I like your mindset. It's a good mindset. You've been told to sell this fight, to talk a lot of trash, but that isn't you, Josh. That really isn't you.
This isn't you. You're a bellend. Let the bellend come. You've been told to be quiet and be respectful. You're in a real fight now.
Okay.
So let the bellend come in.
Okay.
Just be yourself. Just be yourself.
I am
Take
me.
the fucking shades off when I'm talking to you, pussy.
At the end of the day, he's a good fighter. I've got two people in my stable. Joe Cordina's beat him. Martin Wood's beat him twice, I believe. You're beatable. You're very beatable. Everyone's beatable. I'm beatable. Everyone's beatable. But on fight night, I believe that I'm going to come out on top, and that's what I've got to say.
Josh, I've asked Ohara to ask you your prediction on the fight. Points.
Take it as it comes, I think I'm going to box him quite easily, and then I'm going to break him down. I wouldn't be surprised if I stop him later on in the fight.
Right, we've got a lot of people in here. We're not just limiting this to the press. If anybody has any questions, please just don't shout them out, but just raise your hand. Some.
Josh, do you think, is this fight just too early in your career, or is it the perfect timing for you?
No, it's not too early. It's came earlier than I expected. I thought this, like everybody said, I thought this fight would have came further down the line for major titles on the line, big money fight, or whatever. But I don't think it's too early. No, I believe in my own ability. I believe I'm going to beat this guy in every department of the game. So why not just get on when we can?
Do you feel there's a danger the antagonism between the two is going to affect your preparation?
No, because I'm a professional. I'll keep all my emotions out of it, and it's just it's business at the end of the day. It's a job, so I'll make sure I'm nice and professional and then come fight night and do the job properly.
Anybody? Can't believe you're all here and you're all being quiet. We're in Scotland.
I'm trying to know, Ohara, whose side is Ricky Burns on? It's obviously your stable.
Whose side Ricky Burns on? That's something that you're going to have to ask him. That's something that you're going to have to ask him. But that's not relevant. That's not relevant. All that's relevant is that me and Taylor are going to get it on July the 8th. And that's the only thing that's relevant, I believe. And we're going to put on a good show. Like I said, there is no bad blood on my part. I'm happy, I'm good, I'm enjoying life. I'm not angry, I don't hate him, I don't hate his team. I'm just Ohara Davis, and this is me.
Ohara,
Mm-hmm.
who do you go after when Josh Taylor knocks you?
Where do I go after Josh Taylor knocks me out? I believe I go with my massive paycheck and I go and buy a new car.
You'll go with his Essex.
Josh into the box and he loves it.
I believe I go collect my purse and make these office, and I go and get myself a nice car to make me feel better.
So face.
Ladies, gentlemen, anybody?
Josh,
Yes, sir.
once you beat Ohara, where do we go from there?
Well, let's not look past Ohara first. Got to do the job first, but you know, my goal is to become world champion. That's it.
Class.
Right, ladies and gentlemen, I think that's all the questions done. We're going to leave the last word to Mr. Barry McGuigan.
No, I just, I don't quite think we're seeing the real Ohara Davis here. He's obviously underselling the fight, but in due course, the real Ohara Davis will come out as the fight approaches. It's going to be a sensational fight. The two amazingly talented young men. And so we want you to buy your tickets and come along on July the 8th and have a look at a fantastic fight. Thank you.
So, ladies and gentlemen, what's going to happen is we're going to clear the table, drop the